Hello students, as we know in earlier video lecture, we have studied about the register bank of 8085. In this lecture, we are going to start further discussion with a new topic, that is interrupts occurred in 8085 and types of interrupt in a microprocessor. Okay, so first in a basic, we have to understand what is the meaning of an interrupt. Interrupt is a signal generated whenever this interrupt signal is what gets generated, microprocessor have to stop the execution of any program. Okay, so interrupt is a signal which is going to interrupt the execution of your microprocessor. It is going to stop the execution of any processes. Okay, so further it is classified into a different types, but here we have to understand about the interrupts. Sometimes interrupt can be used as a function. For example, if we are processing any data or maybe we are executing any program and all of a sudden we want to stop that program, at that time we can use the interrupt as a function. We have to provide the interrupt and we are going to stop the execution of a program. So we can use the interrupt as a function also. So here in 8085, or maybe we can say that in any microprocessor, microcontroller, there are several types of interrupt occur. But further, mainly it is classified into a basic two types, that is hardware interrupt and software interrupt. So what is the meaning of a hardware interrupt and software interrupt? First we are going to start a discussion with the software interrupt. So software interrupt is occurred when software program terminate or request a service from a operating system. What it means, if we have an execution cycle of a program, first instruction is what in execution, then second, then third and fourth. Maybe fourth instruction don't have potential to get executed. All of a sudden, their interrupt is what gets generated by your program, and that instruction is what gets into a ignorance, and next instruction is what gets start execution. What happened there? One instruction is what gets terminated and PC is what gets incremented. The software, or we can call it the software interrupt, is a type of an interrupt which is created by your program. Okay, maybe we can call that the software interrupt is a type of an interrupt where the execution of a program is what gets stopped inside the software because of the software failure. For example, it can occur, it can ask by your software to an operating system. Okay, so what is exactly the meaning of software interrupt? It is asynchronous in nature. Asynchronous in the sense interrupt can be occurred at any time. Okay, we can't say that it is a synchronous event. Maybe we are executing a program and all of a sudden interrupt is what can occur. So what it means? It is in a asynchronous in a nature. So it can occur anytime. Then request due to a arithmetic error. Maybe some arithmetic error is there if we have a program inside that program. If some arithmetic error is occurred, the software interrupt can be occurred because of the arithmetic error also. Request by a executing instruction. It can ask by a executing event. For example, maybe we have a set of a take instruction and one instruction have a faulted. Maybe one instruction is faulted, so that instruction can ask for the interrupt. Okay, so maybe request by a executing instruction. One instruction is in a execution and maybe the problem is occurred during the execution, then we can call the interrupt for that. Then we have inside the software interrupt we have PC there. So PC is what always get incremented. Incremented in the sense we have a sequence of a program. Inside that sequence of a program, one instruction have an interrupt. So we are not going to solve that all of a sudden. We are going to increment the PC and next what we call next instruction is what going to get executed. Okay, then it cannot be ignored. It is a type of non-maskable interrupt. Software interrupt is called as a non-maskable interrupt. What is the meaning of a non-maskable interrupt? Whenever this type of a software interrupt occurred during a processing, we can't ignore that interrupt. We have to solve that interrupt first. Okay, we can't mask, we can't wait for next instruction, or we can't wait for next execution. After that, maybe we are going to work on that interrupt. Is what we can't afford during a software interrupt is occurred in the process. Okay, so this is nothing but the software interrupt. Now important type of interrupt is hardware interrupt. This type of hardware interrupt occurs when I/O operation is completed, such as reading some data into the computer from hard drives. It is a hardware type of interrupt. What is the meaning of a hardware interrupt? It occurred because of I/O devices. For example, as we know, microprocessor is get interfaced with the memories. It get interfaced with the input-output devices. If some devices get failed, for example, your computer mouse get failed, so that is also interrupt. Maybe sometimes we have to read the data from memory. Memory is there interface with your microprocessor. During recovering data or maybe reading the data from hard drive is corrupted. So hardware interrupt is what get occurred, but this type of interrupt have various types. Maybe it is a maskable or non-maskable. Sometimes we can ignore the hardware interrupt. Sometimes we can't ignore the hardware interrupt. So further, hardware interrupt is classified into two types, that is non-maskable and maskable. Before that, we have to know few points of hardware interrupt. First, it is a synchronous event. What it means? Synchronous event in the sense it is a sequential order interrupt. Maybe one device gets failed, we can work on them, depend on the priority. We have to work on them or not. Okay, so it is synchronous in nature. Second, we have a PC is not yet incremented. During a hardware interrupt, maybe hardware interrupt is occurred at that time, internal processes were not going to get stopped. If hardware interrupt is what don't have that much priority, we can execute the program continuously. So PC is what not going to get incremented. Then we have third point there, used to interface I/O peripherals. We need a hardware interrupt. Hardware interrupt is necessary to interface the I/O devices. Okay. Now it is further divided into two classifications. We can classify hardware interrupt into two categories, that is non-maskable one and maskable. What is the meaning of a non-maskable? It cannot be ignored. Whenever non-maskable type of interrupt occurs during the process, we can't ignore it. We can't ignore it in the sense, if any execution is occurring during one instruction have the problem, maybe one execution during execution one instruction have created the problem, we can't ignore that. All of a sudden we have to stop the execution and we have to work on that interrupt and we have to solve that interrupt. After that we have to start the process again. That type of an interrupt is nothing but a non-maskable interrupt where we can't ignore that type of interrupts. Then we have a maskable type of interrupt. Some hardware interrupt are maskable type of interrupt where if maybe problem occurred in your keyboard, one or two keys are not working, so we can ignore that. Maybe data from memory is not going to get copied. Okay, so we can ignore that. Okay, so this type of interrupts are there, and that type of interrupt is called as a maskable interrupt, where we can wait for solving that kind of issues. Maybe we don't want to solve, we just have to change the keyboard. Okay, we are changing the keyboard, maybe problem is in the hardware. Okay, so we have to change the hardware. So that kind of interrupt is not nothing but a maskable interrupt which can be ignored. We can ignore that kind of interrupt. Now, types of a hardware interrupt, classification of a hardware interrupt is what we have learned here. Now, it is also classified into a different type. It is further classified into a different type, that is vector interrupt, non-vector interrupt, edge trigger interrupt, and level trigger interrupt. What is the meaning of vector and non-vector interrupt? Vector interrupt in the sense whenever any interrupt is occurred, okay, and at that time you have to work on that interrupt. We used to work on the interrupt. Interrupt is what get acknowledged. But after acknowledging the interrupt, the microprocessor has a interrupt service routine. We don't have to solve that interrupt. We need to solve that interrupt service routine. So if interrupt service routine and its address is present inside the microprocessor, interrupt service routine is what known for processor. Maybe its address is present inside the microprocessor. Microprocessor have idea about ISR. Then it is going to provide the ISR address to the interrupt, and interrupt is what gets solved. That type of an interrupt is called as a vector interrupt. So inside the vector interrupt, ISR address is hardwired. Hardwired in the sense interrupt service routine is hardwired in your processor, so So they have an idea from where we have to start the interrupt service routine. Next we have non-vector interrupt. What is the meaning of non-vector interrupt? It is same like a vector interrupt, but in non-vector type interrupt, ISR need to provide by external devices. Maybe we have an external devices and interrupt is get occurred and it is a non-vector type of an interrupt. Maybe it is a hardware interrupt. Non-vector interrupt is what there. What we have to provide? We have to provide the interrupt service routine there. Why? Because interrupt service routine is what not hardwired with your processor. At that time we are going to provide a ISR address or ISR routine by external device. Next we have edge triggered interrupt and then we have a level triggered interrupt. What is the meaning of edge triggered interrupt? Recognize on falling or rising edge of an input signal. Input signal it is going to create it or it is going to be provided when rising and falling edge of an interrupt is there. We are going to understand in further videos about that. It is used for high priority interrupt. It is only used for a high priority. Priority is what we say. Maybe we have a 2, 3, 4 interrupt. We can ignore some interrupt. We can't ignore some interrupt. Some interrupt is there which is going to stop the execution, and some interrupts are there we can ignore them because the execution is not going to get followed if we are ignoring them. Okay, so the interrupt which can't get ignored have a higher priority at that time. That kind of an interrupt is called as a edge trigger interrupt, which have a highest priority interrupt, and latch internally inside the processor. So this type of interrupt is what latch inside the processor. Okay, so because of that it is called as a edge trigger interrupt. Then we have a level trigger interrupt. So what is the meaning of a level trigger interrupt? It is used to overcome the problem of latching. It normally used for latching issue where requesting device hold an interrupt line at a specific logic. We have a hardware interrupt. As we know in the previous description, we have discussed about RST 6.5 and RST 7.5, RST 5.5 and INTR. At that pin, we used to place that pin at a logic value 0. Okay? Why we need that? Because they all are hardware interrupt called by outer devices. So outer devices called that interrupt to a microprocessor. Okay? So here that kind of an interrupt is called as a level trigger interrupt. Why? Because this kind of an interrupt places the line at a specific logic, normally at a 0 position. Okay. RST 6.5, RST 5.5 and INTR are level trigger type of interrupts. So these are the total interrupts. This much points you are not going to get asked in your examination, but some basic points you always have to write in your examination. That is, what is the meaning of hardware interrupt, software interrupt, vector interrupt, non-vector interrupt, maskable, non-maskable interrupt, and what is the meaning of interrupt service routine. So in this video we have studied in detail about the interrupt structure of